Hey, wait, can you roll down your window? Hello and welcome to another Out of Spec Reviews video, and welcome to a line of Teslas because we're waiting to charge up. So let's talk about DC fast charging throughput, just an impromptu video. Talk about version 3 supercharging and sort of the charging problem I expect to have with the coming years, and there's even more Teslas coming in down that way. So we're sitting here at a supercharger here in Las Vegas, where we have Drew's Tesla Model 3 Performance, of course. We have Brandon's Model X. We came out here to shoot a little road trip. That video will be coming soon on our sister channel, Out of Spec Motoring. And we basically arrived at a little bit of a line. Now, this is a fairly small version 3 supercharger, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stalls. However, we looked at the rest of Las Vegas, and there's only one supercharging station out of the 4 or 5, I'll show you in the car, that has only some stations available. 3 are available in the entire city. It's not like this is a peak hour. It's about 11:15 in the morning on a Saturday, and we decided we're going to go up into the canyons. I was going to shoot a review of this car. That'll come after this, and we're like, let's go charge them up, and here we are in a line. So you know, this is going to become more prevalent coming into the future. So let's go in the car. I'll show you what's available in the city right now. I also was at an Electrify America station today. Zach, you went to a different Electrify America station today. We should compare those experiences and then basically talk about ways that this is going to happen in the future and maybe ways we can avoid this going forwards. We are in Las Vegas. So let me just show you, just for example, there's a short wait at this supercharger. There's a medium wait at this supercharger. There's a short wait at that supercharger, and there's only 3 of 32 available at the high roller station where we were last night, where we were overheating version 3 cables. There's 1 available on this side of town. It's only a 72 kilowatt though, and that's for 1 city. So literally at 11:30 in the morning on a Saturday, you got to sit in line to charge this thing. This is crazy. So, you know, I've been saying for the past 3 years that now is the best time to own an electric car, because while the chargers may have been a little bit buggy and, you know, the cars certainly didn't have huge range or things like this, but at least you could get around, you could get to a charger and it was pretty empty. And I think now, especially in the western part of the US, we're starting to see more and more situations like this of queuing. I would say, you know, in my first few years of driving an electric car, I never had to wait at a charging station. I'm like, that just doesn't happen. And then more people get them and more people get them. But the charging station installation is not keeping pace with the vehicle sales. And the thing about installing chargers, especially DC fast chargers and high powered DC fast chargers, is it's extremely expensive. This is probably $1 million+ station right here just to put in. And then they're selling electricity at a pretty cheap rate. And Tesla does not do this to run a profit margin, of course. But when we start thinking about the public networks, that's where the issue really starts to happen. So you guys have seen, hopefully in the US, more and more non-Tesla electric cars start to take over, right? I mean, we've seen Taycans, Mach-E's, ID4s everywhere, and Electrify America has built out this wonderful network. Honestly, the station happens so quickly, the rollout of these stations, and that now people are able to buy these cars. But I'm starting to even get to public CCS networks where I'm having to wait, especially in California. So that's the problem. The problem is the infrastructure is there to get you around the country. The big question is, how many times are you going to be in a situation where you have to wait like this? I mean, these cars are really low on charge, fairly low on charge in the Model 3. This is at like 20%, not the end of the world. But like, how many of these people have access to home charging and are using their superchargers? That's just the big question. We don't know. So here's the problem. There is no real business case to DC fast charging. And so I think we're going to see more of this, particularly in the public networks in just a few years. We're going to see EA, EVgo, charge points, green lots starting to get fuller and fuller and fuller, because we're not seeing the station expansion that's keeping pace with the vehicle sales. And this is just a fact of life, unfortunately. You can see more Teslas are coming and going over here. And thankfully this is a version 3 supercharger, so it has pretty good throughput. But I'm curious, are you guys seeing lines out there? Yeah, I don't know how this is all going to play out in the future. Let's talk ways we can increase throughput and reduce congestion at DC fast chargers. The first, of course, is install more slow charging. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but if, for example, we stayed at an Airbnb last night with 5 electric cars, with one 110 outlet, we were like, okay, well, we got to charge everything up. So, you know, if there's more access to level 2 charging, it reduces the need for high-powered DC fast charging. The second is trying to get people in and out of the charger as quickly as possible, which means those on road trips. I'm seeing California license plates, people that probably came here for the weekend, want to party it up tonight and then go back to Cali tomorrow. Let's get them charged up to 70-80% as quickly as possible on the road. And Tesla does a really good job of this, where if you're at a high usage supercharging station, which I imagine this would be, the car automatically sets your max charging limit to 80%. because they want you to get you out of there as soon as possible. And then the last is charging idle fees for when someone has charged up enough and can get on the road, where the vehicle is no longer taking power. And so Tesla can charge up to about $1 a minute after your vehicle has finished charging, to incentivize you to get your car off the hook and back on the road so that other people can charge. And these will come in waves, and it's hard to sort of build out the network for peak usage versus nominal or standard usage. It's just a problem that's going to get worse and worse, in my opinion. You guys know I'm a huge EV fan. I want people to drive them and enjoy the cars, but charging is going to become our biggest issue to electric vehicle adoption. It already is. The cars are great, and while we're at a Tesla Supercharger filming this right now, I expect the problem to happen to the public networks, arguably even worse, because I'm seeing such a huge adoption of non-Tesla electric cars and not such a huge expansion. And this is, I think, the world we're going to live in. So leave your comments down below. What do you think about superchargers getting filled up, DC fast chargers getting filled up, and the hopefully cheaper cost of installing level 2 in more places to alleviate some of these concerns? I think we need apartment complex charging. We need condo charging, multi-unit dwelling charging is really what it's called, to have a breakthrough in cost and ease of installation. This is where our coverage is going to be going over the next few years, but since we're just waiting in line to doing nothing else, I figured we'd just make a little video. Thanks for watching another Out of Spec Reviews video. Stay tuned for driving reviews of the Model X long range and a brand new Model 3 Performance. They'll be coming to you on the channel soon. See you on the next one. Bye-bye. We're having a little Supercharger Brawl going on here, but the gray car won out. We need Jerry Springer for Superchargers. Jerry! And the red Model Y back there won't back up. This guy's trying to go through. Wow. This is amazing. What on earth? Oh. Bumper cars. Hey, wait. Can you roll down your window? I'm pretty sure the white car's next. Yeah. Oh. We tried. Wow. They just stole the spot. Is it your business? Yeah. This is the best thing that's ever happened to electric cars.